Giggity Racing League All-Star Dash-In at Iowa. I'm in the booth, G9 Gamer, with Pudding and Taddy. How you guys doing tonight?
Wonderful, man.
Yeah, I'm excited to kick this week off. It's always fun. This is almost like an anniversary for me. I did so many commentaries for this, and Taddy kept trying to get me in a car last year, and eventually he's kind of told me, he's like, you're driving one of mine at All-Star Week, so it's like an anniversary for me. I start to drive here in the Giggity Racing Series. But yeah, Iowa, Chicago tonight, Charlotte, Daytona tomorrow, winners transfer, past champions get in, and past All-Star winners make it in, so it's going to be one barn burner at the end of the week.
Yeah, super excited that we get to watch 4 races, winner take all. Everybody advances to the All-Star that goes on Thursday and continues to Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so definitely super exciting. It's going to be a really awesome week for everybody in Giggity.
Now, do you think of all people, now we've all played the game, we all do open lobbies, you know, we all do preset cup, but do you think the actual preset cup guys have an advantage because this is an opportunity for the custom Xfinity, the truck, the custom cup guys to come over, and the preset Xfinity guys to all be on an equal playing field on preset cups? Do you think any one of those people has an advantage, or since we all do it so much that everybody knows what's going on?
I would say maybe it's a smidge of an advantage, but I think as a driver, if you're practicing those tracks this last week and, you know, today or up to tomorrow, that you'll be really prepared for the race. That's the way that I'm approaching it. I'm getting a lot of practice laps in on the races because I want to do well. So.
Yeah, I think so. Actually, the preset Cup Series doesn't travel to Iowa throughout the season. However, the Xfinity cars and the trucks do. So even though Iowa and the cars and how the cars handle, so the Cup drivers will have a better take on how the cars will handle per slider. But I think that the Xfinity and the truck guys have the advantage on the track.
Real quick, guys, Gnarly says he's picking up an echo from me. How's that? I turn everything down like I normally do. I didn't get to that split second, but does that sound better, Gnarly? And Brian Brown out there, we know him as Bad B Racing. He said, I'm winning that All-Star race. Just telling you all.
We'll see about that. Back to what you guys were saying.
Yeah, I want to make sure there's no echo. Still an echo, he says. I have everything turned down.
I don't know. It might not even be you. It might just be your voice is the one echoing off one of us. I can check myself after I'm done with disqualify with these guys.
Please bear with us. He said that, no, there's an echo from me and G9.
Yeah, so it's pretty likely that it's actually mine.
We'll get that taken care of here. Again, K-Taddy, a lot of responsibility here. Got himself a race tonight, and on top of everything else, putting 28 cars here at Iowa G9. No cautions. So this is going to be great.
It's going to be packed full of action for sure, and Iowa's a really awesome place to race. I suspect that these guys will have a really good race and hopefully stay away from trouble on the track.
Yeah, I told my guys that depending on where you're starting, qualifying is the most important thing here to these types of races, I believe. If you start up front, you might be able to get away, avoid some of the incidents that are going to happen mid-pack to the rear. If you start in the rear and you try to go right off the back, I mean, you're almost asking to be involved in the wrecks. It's not an if, it's a when, and without caution. There's really no capitalizing on it. So if you start in the rear, you're going to just want to sandbag, let the incidents happen. If you start at the front, try to get out of there as quick as you can. If you start in the middle, good luck. As far as the, other strategy, there's no cautions, but there is stages. So realistically, you're looking at trying to fight and stay on the lead lap. And if you're unable to fight, stay on the lead lap, you want to be that one guy, the first car lap down. Basically, come stage 3, anybody that's on the lead lap, in my eyes, still has an opportunity to win this thing.
Brian says he thinks there's no go out there, but he says you sound like a trucker CB. I'm all familiar with that sound. And I like doing Iowa too. Again, like you said, the Cup cars don't actually come here. I don't think they're going there this week. Or I mean, except for this week for the regular season, you might want to tighten the car up a little bit for long runs, especially since there's no caution here. A lot of people like to run a looser, get it to rotate through the corners, G9. These cars are obviously high horsepower for this little bit of a track we got going on.
Yeah, and one thing that I really like about Iowa is I kind of back the corners up, probably more so than most drivers do, and then you just kind of jump back on the gas as soon as you can, and you're just riding that high line around Iowa. It's really fun.
Yeah, I'm glad you said something there. I like the high line there, too. There is three distinctive lines, so, Blakey T calls it the Blakey T line down there on that yellow. You can run right there in the middle. And then, again, I back the corner up just a little bit, let it roll, run that high side, get back into it, and that drive that you get. You really have to, if you're going to make a pass, you're going to have to go high to go, and then dime that corner up, straighten it up, and try to drag race into the next corner. But you got to be careful that there's no one on that yellow line to do that, too. So, but it'll be interesting.
Texbelt got the pole, Kid Coyote second, PVT Patton in third, so the three of the four turnout cars are sitting 1, 2, 3.
Well, Millson's going to be happy about that one, right?
Yeah, let's not tell him. Real quick, I'm going to try backing out of the chat, pulling back in. I'm going to need an invite to the chat, but you should
Yep, I
take
can
it.
do that. Bear with us just a second. I hear myself in your headset now that he's gone too. I don't know if it might be that one or not.
Everybody sounds good to me.
All right.
Sure.
Nope, yeah. Nope. There it is. Just a little bit. I hear myself, but as long as as long as we're good now, let me get Taddy back up in here, and we'll do some Iowa racing. All-Star Week is always fun, like these guys, just like real life, it's no holds barred. It's bring what you got, a little bit of bumper in maybe, I think. Maybe a lot of bumper, especially at Iowa. Anybody wants to try to do what they can to get themselves back up to that front spot.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a really exciting race, man. I'm looking at some of the qualifying results, and Tex Pelton, Kid Coyote there on the front road, really fast times, almost 23 flat, so really good times at Iowa. We're looking at the leaderboard here on the daily. I think some of those there are custom, all the way down to 22.4. So I would suspect that those are custom. Yeah. So unfortunately, not comparable times there, but 23.0 in a preset at Iowa is right on the money, right where you want to be.
Taddy says he. Yeah, we've been in the booth a couple times now, G9. I don't know if it's you or me. Let me try to unplug here and plug back in. I can hear myself in your headset.
I don't know.
Bad for you said they sound the same between Noko and Taddy. Francis Smith, we know him as NASCAR 88 FK. Now I don't hear it now.
Sound better?
Check, 1 2 1 2. Yeah, there we go. I don't hear myself in your headset, so again, it's funny how that things work. Technology is a
Okay, so the timer's going on the race there. I see it now.
awesome. And here we go. Teddy's going to jump in after this. He's going to lead him down. There he is. He's going to lead him down, get him through 1 and 2, and pull off on the backstretch, and let these guys have at it.
Qualifying's over, Clifton.
Qualifying is over.
Like I said, the Canucks got the 1, 2, 3 starting position. I'm waiting on one driver, D. Smith. As soon as he gets in the lobby, he's in the lobby, but he's in the wrong car. Uh, 37, 47. What are your guys' number over at? It's the 0037 47 and what?
43, 71. Yep, I unplugged my mic. See if that's gonna help you guys out too.
Yeah, I did the same. So if it sounds better, I think that worked.
I can still hear Nickel.
I wonder what's going on. Just trying to give everybody out there the best experience we can for the start of All-Star Week, Giggity Season 4. I can't believe we're already halfway through this season. Seems like it just
flown
started.
by. Yeah.
You know, it's funny you say that too, because it's 4 months of racing. 16 weeks, 4 months. Yeah, we're already halfway in.
So 2 seasons in 1 year.
Actually, we usually do 3 seasons in 1 year.
So by the end of this year, we'll be in Season 6. Awesome.
Yeah, right at the, typically right at the season's ending. Hold on a second, I got that boost in. 2, 1, go ahead and accept the invites. And then just let me know when you're off blue screen, do that.
All right, we're good now. We're back. Diving in.
And please bear with us up here in the booth. Everybody, a lot of these guys don't have a designated cup number, so we are going to have to learn everybody's All-Star Week number here, G9.
Yeah, we're going to call it like we see it. That's the best way I can put it.
I think I'm going to buy numbers for right now.
Calling it as we see
Please
it,
bear
here
with
comes
us.
the cars, they're turning left, there's another left-hand turn. Oh wait, I haven't seen that yet, sorry, still loading.
Saw Johnny Cash out there. He races for R3M. See where he qualified.
Yeah, this is gonna be crazy. 27 drivers, text belt. Here we go.
There we go. Green flag's out. Giggity, giggity, giggity. Let's go racing in Iowa, boys.
Actually, all 4 Canucks cars are in the top 4, so 21 is actually sitting 4th. That's also the other Canuck car, so they had a good plan for qualifying, and apparently they were able to successfully do that. So that's good, great for the Canucks as far as trying to advance here tonight.
And Raiders, you said that too. Old Millsy just joined the chat.
Oh, great. Shouldn't have mentioned it.
I'm
Man,
on
there you
board
go.
right now with a little bit of a pack on board with the Woodman in that 88 car. Robbie's to that high side. There's the 18 right there. Wood, we're trying to get to that side of Textile. He's got himself in that top 5. A couple of these Mustangs, those quick Connect cars working together, diving down to the high side. There's those 3 lines we were talking about. High, medium, and low, D9.
Yeah, and just to...
If you have to circle through the race, I'm gonna try to stay with the leader so I can let us know who's leading.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll stick with that. And that way, since you're doing the broadcast for this one, I'll do the next one like we talked about. Oh, HMS right there, hard into the wall, that 4 car. I'll take the middle and put back with Taddy, and that way you keep an action up here on the front because there's a lot of cars up there.
Yep, I feel you. Watching Kid Coyote chase down the 20 or the 12 right now, and they've kind of migrated. They were, racing up high. Now that they've got strung out, everybody's kind of migrated back down to the bottom now.
Yeah, I think that's huge. You're going to see that with people when they have fresh tires, they want to get to the bottom. It's the best way around if you have plenty of room to be able to scuff up. But as the tires start going away on these cars, you're going to see these guys start drifting back to the top lane as the car's going to get loose on the exit. And so the best way to be able to recover that is as you get loose, if you're up top, you have a lot more room to recover than if you're already at the bottom.
27 cars, 28 cars here at Iowa, and I have yet to see a little bit of door banging and back and forth, but these guys all make it through the first couple of laps clean and green on board right there with that number 1. That's Muddy Mike. 14 D-Nub. These guys working really hard. I like that paint scheme on that 3 car too. That one guy though from last night, that one of the coolest paint schemes I think I haven't seen. There it was. Oh, I think Money Mike just got it in the wall back here. Looked like right as we talked about it. Oh, the 31's in the wall. Great to see 40 of Bob out here. He was at the grocery store, so he made it just in time. Room's back here too.
The 18 Annapolis is the only car to so far be able to break up these Canucks as he's going around the 21. Salty Tenders is that guy on 21, and it looks like Napatan's going around him for 4th place right now. Other than that, Private Patton, he's just checking out. He said, "Yep, I get a front row starting position. I'm going to go ahead and just tear off and stay away from all these incidents."
And I like the All-Star Week. You know, some of these guys running the DLCs or some of the challenge paint scars with that Kid Coyote. He's got confetti already on that car, predicting himself to win and get more on there. But look at these guys, still 2-3 wide, little contact here and there, but nothing too major. These guys are doing a pretty good job. Remember, it's a win-to-get-in situation. Then we're taking all the race winners this year, past champions and past all-star winners, and that will wrap us up. And that's going to set the field. So we got 2 days of these dash races.
Actually, you're forgetting one, the driver. Somebody's not going to advance out of all these people that are attempting. There are going to be a lot of people that don't advance. However, every year between our Facebook Giggity Racing League page, if you want to get on there, you can be a part of it. If you want to check out our YouTube, you can comment in our sections. If you want to just check out our Twitter, you can vote on there. We will be doing a fan vote. One driver from each team will be voted, selected from their peers of their own team.
Vote for Pudding.
You can vote on them.
I got my hands up in the air doing the Richard Dixon. As we see right there, 37 just touches the AGMS of 89, and he got spun around. There's still 2-3 wide back here. I'm on board with Deadpool, but yes, I'm doing the Richard Dixon. Got the 2 fingers in the air. Vote for me.
Yeah, Pavilion's kind of driven away from the field right now. They're going to have to make some adjustments to their cars to try to catch up to him in stage 2.
Yeah, he was just recently signed here in Giggity Racing League. Had the opportunity to call a race with for him the other night too here, and he definitely put on a show. So great to see PvP, man. He's definitely one to keep an eye on All-Star Week and throughout the rest of season 4 here.
Yeah, he was actually signed and traded within a week, and then at his debut, he was running in the lead and lagged out.
Yeah, that was heartbreaking for him too. Talked to his captain about that. He was just. Oh, there they go. Now they're trying. There it was. A couple cars spinning around on that back stretch. I tried to click back through so quick. So many cars. Did it last night too. G9 25. We were all, and there was so much accident at Texas. We didn't know where to look.
Looks like the Private Patton here, our leader, is going to be catching up to lap traffic because it seems he's catching the 20 car right now. Who's in the 20 is my driver, and I still couldn't tell you who it is right now.
Yeah, the battle's shaping up between Kid Coyote right now and Pole Sitter Tex Pelt. They are really trying to battle for second. They've been battling back and forth.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised to see that because Napa Pin's catching them, actually. I can see that in the background here watching Patton. But, well, those two have been racing side by side. Napa Pin and that 18 has been able to slowly catch them. And the last thing you want to do is give that front row spot and or that third starting position to another team instead of battling out amongst yourselves.
Talked to him a little bit in the race and the other lobby where you were in. FP Bomber in that double
contact there.
Call.
There you go. That was the end of the stage right there.
Let's also be... Oh, yeah, guys, this is another big deal here. I don't know if we brought it up, but these are 25% races with stages. These cup drivers are usually pretty accustomed to driving with 50%. We were talking about who has the advantage here. The cup drivers usually have, 40, 50 laps per stage, not the quick 20, 25s, whereas our Xfinity and our truck drivers are used to these smaller stages or smaller portions of the race as far as timing it on when they have to get up through the field and blah, 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 you know what I mean? So some of the advantage might actually go to our Xfinity and our truck drivers.
That's why I'm
And
looking at my
there's
chops.
rumor out there, and it looks like we're getting that Napa Fin and Tex Pelt might be doing a little bit of lagging, so we're going to have to keep an eye on that. Definitely don't want to, lag wreck when there's 27 cars at Iowa, because that is, everybody is so grouped up, but that's Gunner 2-3-1 right there, that great looking Tex Pelt on the outside, trying to see who that 12 car is. And we know that's Kid Coyote and that 2 car going to bring them down as we rack them and stack them for stage 2 and All-Star Tag Week here. Oh, they are already in the grass back here.
I'm not sure what happened, but there's a new 4th place driver, the 9.
FP was involved in that. 42 was involved. The 31 was involved. I don't know. Did somebody miss a shift? I think that's what might have happened.
V9 is Jay Miller, one of our truck drivers, actually.
Yeah, not able to hang there in 4th place. Loses about 3 spots there off the restart.
Looks like to his teammates, Woodruff and Rebel Joker. And of course, Napa Fan has been running up front, but I've been keeping an eye on him to see if that 18 is still lagging. I'm not seeing it at this point in time.
Yeah, lots of action on the
John
track.
Cash, he's got himself in a hornet's nest, as we like to say. He is way down on that yellow line, going down the front stretch. That means he's got to back that corner up a lot to get that car to turn, not to drift up into everybody. Looks like Money Mike and the 43 who stole my car. We know him as Sean Siddle, the Irishman himself. It's hooked up. They are Coca-Cola buddies. Actually, Sean guessed at the last minute. He is now a cola driver.
Yeah, I didn't even know about that one until today.
Yeah. I made a joke to him. He was like, "Hey, I guess I got traded," so I sent him a pet and bye as a joke, and then come to find out it was a hi. And RJ Smitty, I need you to look at my name. It's not Mick Puddin anymore.
It's always going to be Pinky Puddin.
Ooh, there we go.
It's
Contact
not
in the
that
back.
either.
Right along with Broom there for a minute on the broadcast. Him and Salty kind of battling for the same spot on the track. Got a little contact there, but both of them able to shake it off, go forward.
Great to see Dimebags making it one of the late entries again for Cola as I was clicking through in that awesome looking 47 car. So great to see my Arizona buddy out there. I've known him for some time too. ESA, great to see him in that 31. Oh, yeah. It looks like I'm going to keep an eye on this just for a second, but I think the ESA might be. Looked like there was a lag, or did he get loose? But no, he is lagging. I just saw him lag surge right there.
Yeah, another thing to keep in mind about this lag, there's 27 people in the lobby.
Right.
So it's gonna happen. There might be one driver this lap and another driver on another lap.
Right. Yep,
And
exactly.
the Q4 is not a fix, but when your lobbies are this big, not a lot of leagues tend to race with this many drivers actually on the track. So this is actually a really fun one to watch.
Yeah, these guys are doing a great job, and we're up over 250 plus drivers, including development, well over 420 subscribers. I did do the broadcast for this one. Can't give you that number. I'll let you know. But this league has doubled in the year. Like I said, this was an anniversary week for me. Well, actually, I did a broadcast for a little bit before that too. But in the year plus that I've been doing this, there's Johnny Cash, and he gets spun around, and he collects the 37 of Robbie, also known as Serenity Racing now.
We have 426 subscribers.
426. It is doubled in that year. It's awesome. Thank you for everybody out there.
Giggity Racing has only actually been around a year. It was last February that we started. The end of February, beginning of March, so a little over a year we've been at that thing. So the success and the amount of people that we have is remarkable. Thanks to everyone.
31 is lagging pretty bad.
That's ESVA, yeah. That's who I was saying. Oh, there's a car spun around. It's a 21 that FP gets into him. That stacks up again with no cautions. That's unfortunate. Get back on it. Get back on that track. Don't go a lap down because we are running stages though, so you still have that stage to go. Did you ever think, Daddy, in a year, that you guys started this, that it would have turned into what it is? I joined public lobbies and buddies and I talk back and forth, hey, you see this, you see that? And they're like, hey, are you in a league? We're like, yeah. And they're like, hey, who? And they're like, Giggity. And I'm like, I've been hearing about this. How do I get involved? And I know Dirt Dog has sent you a bunch of names. I've sent you a bunch of names. A lot of people do all the time for development. But in a year's span, do you think it would have grown this much?
Yeah, absolutely not. Again, I've said this numerous times, but we started out as just 8 people having fun. E9 was actually one of our originals. He joined us shortly after we started. I think we were at about 21 people. So he's seen it from the start too. It's night and day from when we began.
When I came on board, you guys had like 180 subscribers. So to see it triple in a short amount of time has been really awesome for you guys. And I know it's just because of the compassion that you guys have, not only for the drivers in the league, but for the fans that watch each broadcast. You guys do a really good job at connecting both things.
And see, look, you talk about him and he shows up out of nowhere. There he is, dirt dog himself, Tom Horton. Should have known he was spying on us.
Yeah, our leaders are coming up on that lagging
Ooh,
31 call
yeah.
right now.
Oh, it
And
took
they
the
actually
leader
spun
out.
the leader.
Oh, man.
Yeah, look on my screen right now, he was dirt tracking 3 and 4 really bad.
Yeah, I'm trying to find him to inform him. Facebook, I'm not sure what track.
And again, it's nothing against him personally, it's just what's going on. That 12 car was looking really good too.
And I think that was the end of the stage there. Yeah, it was. So
actually, that saves.
true, but you know, if I was Private Pat, now he got to work a little harder there in the final stage to make that ground up. So, but we'll see if he can do it. You know, now it's a good storyline here to follow.
Interesting.
Can he work his way back up? You know, everybody's going in here to, oh, sorry guys, as I was clicking over to look at something. Our team chat got some, nothing bad, just, interesting comments. But we're going to rack up a stack of G9 Daddy to end this 25%er for our first one at 18. Textile sitting third, and Kid Coyote, our in-race reporter from Texas last night, is going to bring him down to the green flag. What a great spot to be.
Real quick with that spin, the Private Pat only ended up backing up to 6th place, so he's still in a pretty good spot here. We clearly can tell that he has a fast car, so now we get to see whether or not he can keep it rolling. It looks like Kid Coyote here has the lead with Napa Fan in 18 right behind him, and here comes the other Canuck of Texbelt in 12th, 3rd, 4th, under battle from the 14 of D-Nub. I think that's 14. And the 9 takes out his teammate of the 48, sorry. Thing is going crazy here.
Napa Fan, really good move there on the bottom to take the lead away from Kid Coyote. Private Patton there on the bottom looking. Kid Coyote shuts the door. 1, 2, 3, 4, single file on the bottom.
A lot of these guys too negotiate traffic. Some like the bottom, some like the high side of you. And if you're flipped on your favorite track, you still see that 31 doing a little bit of rubber banding back in the
Look
back.
who's in third, taking the lead right now. The number 12, Private Patton, has already worked his way from 6th back up to 3 wide for the lead with his teammate and Napa Fan. This racing is intense up here, up at the front. They know it's go time. It's the 3rd stage. Winner take all. 2nd place gets you nothing. This is all-star racing at its finest.
I expect to see a bumper might being used as, oh, that 20 hits the wall back here. They're 3 wide going in, turn 1 and 2, going down the backstretch, make a little bit of contact. 5 wide, trying to avoid each other. 2 cars hard into the inside wall back here. The 21, I couldn't see who the other one is. There's the 32, he gets spun around. The 43 tries to avoid it.
Shocking to see Kid Coyote going to the outside of Pat. I figured the two might work together to get by that 18, but unfortunately they've decided it's go time for themselves also. It's race time. Teammate or not, I'm here to win.
Yeah, exactly. And it's so hard too if you bounce off the wall or get Velcro to it, which is so easy to do. You get off of it, you try to come down hard on the wheel or the stick, you get somebody else, and then it's unintentional, but it creates a big controversy because we're so tight knit right now. 2 cars back here bounce off just a little bit too. So I'm on board with A2S. He's got a good view. He's just trying to do that situational awareness, keep an eye on what's going on in front of him. These guys aren't doing it on purpose. They're just getting a little loose, hitting the wall, and coming down to each other. But don't forget, we still have 3 more opportunities, though. 3 more opportunities. Go ahead, Teddy. Sorry.
Back to the lead is the 12 of Patton with his teammate Kid Coyote. They have both made it by the 18 of Napa Fan. And here comes the 3rd Canuck and the 12, the other 12 of Textile. At this point in the race, guys, who are you guys looking at as the strongest, most likely to advance into Thursday's show?
Well, Private's definitely working his way up, though. Keep an eye on him. But go ahead, G9. Take it.
No. I'm going with Private. I mean, he was able to work his way from 6th to 1st now on that restart. As long as he nails that pit stop, he'll race his way in on Thursday.
Smooth consistency, and then with all these traffic, lap traffic, they're going to come up on here too. Got to be careful. Oh, Johnny Cash just killed the turn 1 and 2 wall right there. It's a single car accident as we keep on going on with Gunner.
Oh, okay. I didn't know who was in that 10. I was intrigued with how I wasn't sure where he started. But I will tell you the 10 car started in the back of the pack as he missed qualifying. That is Buck Racing in the 10 GRD.
Yeah, it's a little bit different to see him in. He started the season off on the 71, now he's in the 41. He had a decent showing last night, got in this tap, but again, All-Star Week brings out all these new numbers for these guys, so please bear with us. Everybody's still driving around, looking like Money Mike. Money Mike gonna bring that, his hero, his buddy, his daddy, driving that #1 NOCO car tonight for Mr. Money Mike. He's down on pit lane, so green flags are coming on. D-Nub sitting here, he is still moving. I think he's just waiting for cars to get out of the way. It's fun on the backstretch too, though.
Yeah, his car was nubbed. It was kachowed. Blakey T in the YouTube world said that he himself admitted Blakey T is least likely to win the All-Star race. Man, oh, I'm sorry. I read that differently. Apparently he thinks he'll win it all. I just read it differently. Reality was in my mind.
Yeah.
Just kidding, Blakey T.
He doesn't have to go buy himself an orange controller. As many Cheetos as he eats, he's turned that thing, he's stained it orange.
I'm a little surprised and interested here with Private Patton as he's getting ready to catch some lap traffic, the 41 car here. Earlier we'd seen there was a car lagging in front of him, and he chose to stay to the bottom. He did not go to the outside to try to avoid that car. He went to the bottom, and inevitably it caused him to be wrecked. I'm wondering if, as he catches the lap traffic throughout the rest of this run, is he going to do that? Will he go to the top side to get by, or will Kid Coyote be able to make a run, as we've seen Coyote run both top and bottom? The 41 pulled over and respectfully let them go, but I'm really interested to see how this is going to go with lap traffic. As we've seen, the 12 chose not to use the top side, but we've also seen the 2 has used it over and over to gain ground and pass cars throughout this race, so that might become a factor later on.
Yeah, definitely. Especially when those tires wear out.
Okay, so let's talk about pit strategy at this point, guys. Are you going to take 4 or are you going to take 2?
4.
I mean, I really think it's going to depend on when you pit, as we see the leaders.
Oh yeah, the leaders dive on right now.
But so if you run your fuel empty, you might only have 15 laps left. Then you might be able to get away with a 2-tire stop. If you split the run in half, you'll probably have to take 4 tires. You know what I mean? Because you're not going to be able to tell how bad your fall off is going to be. I really think that the strategy is going to depend on what time of the run you pit.
Yeah, and I would have to assume with you guys too that a lot of these guys are going to use, try to strategize their way up to the front. They were making a mishap earlier, to get themselves a better finishing position. But I would pick the leaders for sure. That way you can keep an eye on them, know what they're doing. But everybody has a different philosophy on their.
Yeah, I mean, I really think that's huge on, like G9 said, what are you going to do? 2 tires, 4 tires. If your game plan is to go down and hopefully take 2 tires, or maybe there's only 10 laps left and your tires are good enough, maybe you can pit and take just fuel only and nurse it around. In which case, there's no way I'm picking the leaders because I don't want that. You got to stick to your strategy. You had to have practiced. You had to have one already in your mind. We've seen Creed notorious for fuel runs, making it last forever and pitting the last lap, I'm interested here. Private Patton did come out in front of Kid Coyote, but that gap is considerably closed.
And then
there's Johnny Cash coming up that backstretch too. Looked like he got into it mishap trying to pit 9 bags. Looks like he was trying to get down pit lane and stay on the low side too. And there's a big battle right here. I'm on board with
you. Want to get into the side of the 12.
Yeah, I just saw that HMS is on that high side in that pink 4 car. Here comes driving on that inside of that 40 car.
So that's what I was talking about earlier. That 40 car was on the low side, and the 12 drove it in and got even lower. that might have been one of those. If you go to the outside, you clear quicker, and then Coyote tries doing that same move on the bottom. He might have gained some ground, but he chose to stay to the bottom. So he's running the Blakey T line the best he can. He's not quite at the yellow, but he's definitely running that Blakey T line.
On board with the Woodman right now. He doesn't have any pressure.
He's your leader.
Woodman is the leader.
There you go.
Come on, Woody. Let's go, Woodruff. Let's see what you got. He's right. He just recently he signed it again. The deadline for trades was last night at 11:59. Here comes Tex Pelt to his inside. So Woodruff now driving that 88 for RJM. Everybody else out there trying to again try to remember their numbers. The people who stuck with their numbers, thank you. Makes life a little bit easier up here. So much action all the way around the track, pitting, not pitting. Everybody doing a very good job. When they mingling back onto the track. Ford Bomber right there. Excuse me, FP Bomber coming onto the pit lane now too. But everybody doing a great job as they are merging back onto pit lane. This is a tough pit lane to get onto and off of.
Really awesome battle between Tex Pelt and Woodruff right now. Battling here with only coming to 9 laps to go this time by for these guys. Doing a really good job.
Did the Canucks cost themselves the chance at the win by pitting? Only time will tell.
Ooh, Tex Pelt a little loose off 4 there.
Yeah, everybody's starting to spread out, but then we still got
looks like Woodruff might come down pit road this time. Looks like he's signaled.
Yeah. I'm still on board with the 12.
Yep.
Just interested on where he comes out in comparison to everyone else.
Did he milk it dry? Is he going to just get fuel and go? Is he going to get 2? I think as a minimum, you got to get 2 as a minimum in my eyes.
Tex
Even with
Pelt's
8-9 to go.
leader right now.
Who's the leader? Who'd you say do now?
Tex Pelt. Tex Pelt, your leader. He hasn't pitted yet.
And you know you're going to lap down when you pit here too.
Oh yeah.
So you got to take that into consideration also.
Yeah, you know, you might actually be able to, if you're running out of fuel, say, for example, on the last lap, if you run it dry, let it run out on the backstretch and try to coast it around, and everybody has to lap you completely. And the game doesn't let you just go down to 0. It'll keep you sputtering at about 30, 40 miles an hour. Can you do that for a half a lap? Well, everybody else has to make up a lap and a half on you.
Yeah, and they're only doing, what, 23-second laps, high 22s, low 23s, I would assume low 23s in the presets, so, yeah, that's a good call, too. If you got that lead, are you just going to let it go dry?
Leaders coming down this time.
How many people decided that they knew the scenario right off the back and decided on lap 1 of the 3rd stage they went straight into fuel conservation mode?
I think some of the guys that really think they have a chance at it did that. You know, these guys have been practicing last day or 2, especially all day today, to try to focus on that. So it's just everybody's got that different strategy though, Taddy. But you know, these guys have been practicing on what they can and can't do. So that's a good point. Thank you, Dirt Dog. I appreciate that. I pick up on the obvious really quick.
I'm really thinking Patton's going to end up back with the lead, but it looks like Tex Pelt's coming back onto the track right now. Actually, the 8 car is the leader now. That's Deadpool. Deadpool is also known for some fuel strategy, but I believe the leaders are, I say leaders, he is the leader. I believe that Private Patton is only about a quarter straightaway behind him, so how much is Deadpool trying to save, and can he hold on to it?
Yeah, we'll see. It's interesting. Is that the line? They're coming to 3 to go right now.
Oh, I think that was the 24. Johnny Cash just got into the side of the 19 car, put him hard into the wall.
3 to go for
There's not much
Deadpool.
space between Deadpool and Patton. They have 2 cars. Prior, looks like one of those being a Canuck driver in the 21. Would he pull over and let the other 2 Canucks go? I would imagine so. But hard telling, not knowing.
Well, if Deadpool can save enough gas here, I think he can do it.
Coming to 2 to go, but does Patton have enough time?
I don't know. I'd say no.
You got to back the corner or something.
Second lap faster, but is he within 2 seconds?
Oh, the 8 looked like he got in the wall a little bit.
Patton is there. He's
Salty Tinder's in between him and the leader.
Salty goes to the outside, gives Patton the bottom. They're coming to the white flag. Patton running about 4 to 5 car lengths behind the 8. He's
Oh
there.
man.
He's dropping to the inside. Patton's going to drop to the bottom. Does Deadpool block? This is the last lap. Deadpool stays to the outside.
Oh yeah, I don't think
Patton's in the
Deadpool had the
bottom. He's
tires to
catching
do
the
it.
wall.
Oh, it looks like the 8 might be out of gas now.
Patton in the 12 has taken the lead and looks like he is on his way to advancing into the All-Star race next weekend.
Oh, Johnny Cash just got into Dimebacks going into turn 1, bouncing off the wall and takes out
Deadpool is out of fuel. Deadpool is out of fuel coming to the line.
That was perfect timing,
so
and that was
close.
great strategy.
So
And I'm
close.
on board with text pelt, and Johnny clipped him just a little bit right there too. So there was still action going on back here, but that was a strategy race, guys.
That does change who's going to be racing at Chicago, though, as Patton was signed up.
That gives that team another opportunity to put somebody else in there.
I give it to
Coyote
Deadpool.
now actually got that talk. Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Great strategy by Deadpool.
Man, just a lap away from really capitalizing and racing his way into the All-Star race, but Private Patton definitely in the class of the field at Iowa and able to hold on for the win, so congrats to him and the 12 team. I'm sure they're super excited to race their way in to All-Star race.
Oh yeah, and that's a great honor to do that here too.
I'm going to invite both those guys, Private Patton and Deadpool, so you guys can do the interviews. After I've invited them, I'm going to go ahead and back out of here so I can go get ready for my race.
Sounds good, man.
And to all the viewers at home, it's going to be about 8:45ish that we get going with our Chicago. I'll be the lobby host for that one as well, so you guys are going to have about an hour break or so.
We will have ourselves a intermission.
Get yourself 6 to 12 of those cold beers.
And get ready.
Do you have an hour? All right,
6
I've
to
invited
12
those
is
guys.
a huge variance there, man.
Well, I mean, I've personally...
I'll go to the ladder though. I'll go to the ladder.
On that note, guys, I've invited them, so I'm going to go ahead and back out of here.
Well,
Thank
good
you.
luck.
And all the viewers, I hope you enjoyed our first of 4. We're now 25% of the way done with our dash racing.
Howdy.
Hey guys, Patton and Deadpool, make sure you guys' voices is on set to always allow.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Ooh, I can
Yeah, Deadpool.
Oh,
Didn't even pit. I made the final stage on one set of tires.
What, gas only. That was insane.
Thank you, man. That was fun.
I was for because I saw that we oh you were literally up the bowl and I saw it passing for just kind of laughing and I was like, oh dude.
Yeah, I just got loose and 43 got me at the end coming to that last lap and messed it up, and I ran out of fuel coming, started sputtering going into 3 just a little bit.
Yeah, Coyote and he was like, oh no, to stop gas.
Yeah, G9, take it, guys. I'll let you have it, man.
hey, sorry, I'm not
These
sure.
guys are doing a pretty good job on their own too, just interviewing each other.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I didn't know what was going on. All I heard was robot voice there for a minute. So sorry, guys. Not sure. PlayStation Network might be having a problem there, but I just want to say congratulations to Deadpool, man. Great strategy there. Made for a hell of a race. The last couple laps really came down to the wire, and it was great watching that. So, congrats on that strategy. Um, to Private, man, you had the best car. Um, were you worried when you got shuffled to sixth there in stage 3 and had to work your way back?
I was a little worried. Right before the practice and the first and everything. And I was there or I'm just like oh, but then I was able to I was already at the third end of the first round. So it was just confident have a car. And we finished second. And foot middle, and no idea how. Definitely.
Well, congratulations on your guys' podium tonight. That solidifies you into the big show, the dad. No more dashing for you at All-Star Week. Can't wait to see you out there. And again, we are taking one winner from the 4 dash races, previous champions, winners of all races this year, and previous All-Star winners. So you're going to be in some elite company.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it.
The pressure's off of you, man. The pressure's off of you until the All-Star race. So good job, man.
Thank you so much.
All right, with that being said, like I said, we're going to take ourselves a little bit of an intermission. Go let your dogs out, grab yourself some food, grab a couple adult beverages if need be, but be back and get ready because we're going to take the second one to Chicago. Going to be a lot of familiar faces out there. So, G9, since you're doing the broadcast, buddy, I'll let you take us off. Y'all be safe till then.
All right, yeah, guys, just give us, like I said, about an hour, and we'll be right back. Super excited to broadcast Chicagoland with Puddin' Up in the booth. We're definitely excited to make that call, so please come back. Just take that little hour break, and we'll see y'all very shortly.